using Mazinger no, that, sorry. Well, I still won't be using Mazinger Z either. But I ain't gonna be using Mezen Kaiser just yet. There's no use in using it since I don't really have much of its SRs or equipment. Probably when Final Kaiser Blade comes back, I'll roll for it and then go into using it. Dang, he really wants us to use that many spirit commands. Okay. Oh boy, we're going back to World 3 it looks like. Let's look at that. Celestial Being Gundams. And the Lancelot? What? Let's not question things. Let's continue on though. It's kind of sad actually. The only game where you fully get the Lancelot for the entire game, I mean the original Lancelot, and then the all beyond that stuff, is Operation Extend. Rock Lamb's Hanger. So this is the new Messinger. Those massive wings are kind of taking up a lot of space there. So does this size wings now that you mention it. Nah, my partner can fold his wings in. Its name was... what was it again? Super Messinger? It was Devil Messinger or something like that. Both wrong. It's called Mezen Kaiser. So a Devil Emperor then. Pretty lofty title. A devil. But when the heck did you get here? You scared the crap out of me. Who is that again? That's Go. He's the Gator Robo pilot in training. No, that's right. I just don't see him around that often. Something about that Messenger got your interest, Go? Photon power. Power of light. Like a god's. Now heading back to the Rock Lamb. Alright. We finished bringing in Mezen Kaiser Messenger Z, Captain. Please let the Photon Power Lab know that. Roger. Now you've added another machine with troubling circumstances to our ranks. At this point, it feels like we have less machines that are ordinary than we do unordinary. Even among mobile suits, we've had standouts like the Unicorn and Barbatos. You could say that Messenger's pilled their functions as a sort of safety device, but without it, there's no denying that Kaiser poses a risk. Come on, as Shingeru's pilots, we're hardly in a position to say stuff like that. I'm concerned about what Koji said he heard Dr. Juzo Kawato say. Is Mezen Kaiser intended to be a countermeasure for the untold danger he mentioned, or perhaps it's the opposite? I'm sure we don't have to worry about that from Koji, but it's hard to say what its creator, Juzo Kawato, really had planned. He could very well have had the same motives as Dr. Saotomi. Scientists like that tend to have a habit of pursuing their ultimate goal no matter what, even neglecting necessities, people, and everything else around them. But come next will... What is it? A transmission from Dido. Did you hear Hasa's voice again, Dido? Yes. The world the next gate will lead to is... Ooh, the Black Knight's submarine, the briefing room. So Orange, Lord Jeremiah, has been returned to the homeland. He's a very fortunate man, that one. Your report was put together quite well, Diehard. Thank you, sir. It would appear that changing over the Black Knights into a cell-based organization has been going well. Yes, we've finished ranking our members in the tiers, from 1 to 14. This system will firewall information up to tier 8, and staffing for the cancel block is nearly completed as well. The list of our collaborators in Britannia have also been verified, as per your arrangements. It's certainly worth going through the trouble to make you the head of intelligence, espionage, and public relations. As a Britannian and as a reporter, I was met with a fair amount of resistance at first, but I believe now I am accepted as a fellow member of the Black Knights. What's important is your ability to get results. Your race, history, and methods are irrelevant. You honor me. So then, how would you like to go about handling Celestial Being? At present, they're given priority to responding to terrorism in other parts of the world, instead of dealing with us. But given time, they will eventually target us as well. You're right. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing Veda and Lelouch have a fight. It'll become difficult for the Black Knights to take action with Celestial Being keeping an eye on us. Fighting the Gundam head-on is out of the question. If Londo Bell were here, then that would be a different story. As it stands, Celestial Being is shaping into something that the general populace despises, so I've come up with an idea, which is, confronting them directly is not the only way to oppose them. Once a Gundam Meister has left his Gundam, he's no more than a human, and there are a number of ways to deal with them too. Don't overstep your bounds. But I'm sure you realize one's hands cannot remain clean in order to change the world. Am I wrong? What do you hope to achieve, Leotard? Or Diet Hard? You may have been demoted, but you're still a Britannian. You need to join the Black Knights in order to change the world. My only desire is to document you, to show how one man formed an organization to overthrow a nation, and eventually control the world. I wish to be there documenting history as it's created. Nothing has ever made my heart dance more. Documenting? You're right. In the thick of it, I'd say you're fabricating history. There's no such thing as news without bias. Journalism is a product of the human mind, Zero. You're not to interfere with military matters. Understood, sir. Alright, we're at the briefing room telling us. Alaka and Ali actually get to go out for once. Lucky them. They're out on a mission. I know that, I'm just saying that it'd be nice to get some fresh air. Yeah, I know what you mean. When you're underwater all the time like this, it starts to feel like you're suffocating. Sorry I'm late. You're really late. What's with you? Sorry. That's everyone. Alright, Wang Lumyu, tell us the situation. Members of the former Japanese government have occupied Fukuoka base, and by cooperating with terrorists in the Kyushu region, they're slowly expanding the territory they control. Also, we believe they are being backed by a general within the Chinese Federation. Whoa, what the hell are they even thinking? That'll end up leading to a war between the Human Reform League and Britannia. The one making the move this time is from the Liandog military district within the Chinese Federation. They may have joined with the Human Reform League, but they aren't responsible for the actions of their autonomous forces. We haven't yet confirmed that the Chinese Federation incited the HRL's forces to kick this off, but it's likely going to serve as their excuse regardless, placing the blame squarely on the HRL. But why do this now? I mean, do they actually want us to intervene? I suppose now is a good time, was as good a time as any for them. The Meisters are keeping a close watch on the world, and the Chinese Federation are well aware of that. Furthermore, due to the Black Knights, the internal situation in Britannia has become unstable. If it comes down to a battle between the former Japanese government and Britannia, then we won't simply be able to ignore it. So, in other words, the Chinese Federation's intent might be to have us whittle down the Britannian forces' fighting strength. I see. So their goal isn't necessarily for us to intervene, but to get a foothold to open up in the Kyushu region. Probably. Wang Lumyu, has the Britannian army taken any action? Cornelius' forces have already deployed, but a storm is delaying the landing operation. If we take too long, that will just give the Chinese Federation more time to prepare. We have to avoid handing over the Fukuoka base to a puppet regime at all costs. I've decided on a plan. Sierra, I'll need you to carry it out as soon as Veda grants permission. That seems like a rather reckless plan coming from you. Don't you think you're relying on the Gundam's abilities too much? Virtue won't be the only one participating. The mission will commence once you join up with Alleluia. Alleluia and... Yes, I see how this can work now. There's a good chance Black Knights, Gawaiian, and Britannia's Air Force will get involved, but so long as you avoid combating them, the mission should be able to succeed. The purpose of this operation will be to destroy the mobile weapons at the Fukuoka base. This will be a blitzkrieg tactic. Ogi's room. Right, I'll head there immediately. That was a call from Zero, about Fukuoka. Was that about work? Yeah, I'll be gone for a while, but you want to go out. I don't want to leave. The Britannians scare me. That's fine. It's pretty dangerous out there. Aw, Valletta's so beautiful, honestly. But, oh well, she's Chigusa now. I'm so glad I was found by a man like you. You've been so nice to me after I lost my memories. Let's hope I'll be able to remember something soon. Don't worry about that. At least not when you're still injured. Thank you. You're very kind to me. Kind, huh? After that last operation, I brought this woman in here to keep her safe because I thought she might know something about Zero's identity. But she's a Britannian knight. It's too dangerous to just let her go and risk information getting out. So I had no choice but to shelter her. There's no why I... Is something wrong? You got this look on your face. It's nothing. I'll be going now. Black Knight Submarine, the briefing room. Huh, so basically you mean... We will not merge with the forces at the Fukuoka base. They aren't seeking independence. They're merely a puppet of the Chinese government. But they say they're fighting for Japan. Our name and our master would change, nothing more. They had no future. Their Japan is a sham. So what you're really saying is, we're not going to do anything to stop Britannia's attack? Zero. Perhaps you'd better clarify what our overall mission is. I agree. Putting aside what to do about the former Japanese government for now, what's our immediate goal on this? To turn Tokyo into an independent nation. Huh? An independent nation? Oh, yeah, I forgot Colin's with them. Oh, I see. Yes, you're really... Hold on. No matter how large the Black Knights have expanded, that's just... Our enemy is an empire that controls a third of the world. There's no way you can do that with just us. Then answer me this. Do you intend to wait for someone else to defeat Britannia? Do you think if you wait long enough, someone else will do it for you? And someday the right chance will come? Don't be naive. Unless we take action into our hands now, then that day will never come. Zero. This is what it means to be Britannia's enemy. Celestial beings have challenged the entire world, and they have even been acknowledged for it. But while they may have the Gundams, the Black Knights have me. Ugh. Now it's time to make my move as well, to clear the requirements that must be met. And the Avalon's hangar. You did a great job, and your flow simulation was top-notch. Thank you very much. Just be sure to keep up during the Kyushu operation. We really can't afford to lose more than we already have. Hey, Lloyd. Oh, sorry about that. Hey, Suzaku. Why did you decide to stop being a knight? Because Her Highness Princess Euphemia still approves of me, even as I am now. I just felt that if I kept being a nuisance for her, she would come to hate herself for it. Well, it's true that some of your fellow students aren't too fond of you being an 11. The one with the glasses springs to mind. Nina, you mean? Right, that one. That Nina girl. I'm amazed you even managed to remember any of the students at Ashford Academy, Lloyd. Well, that girl in particular. When I went to meet Suzaku at his school, she was working on something very interesting. What on earth could that be? A uranium nuclear fission system. Gave her a little bit of a nudge in the right direction, so I imagine she's doing splendidly now. Euphemia's room. I can't thank you enough for saving me before. I heard that you were coming to view an art museum, but they wouldn't let me inside. Even so, I just had to say thank you for the incident at the hotel. So that's why the guards apprehended you. But why did you have to go to such lengths for that? When you saved me back when I was a hostage at the hotel, I thought I was looking at a goddess, like you were bathed in radiant light. I'm not as great of a person as you think I am. I'm no good compared to my brother and sister at all. No, that's not true. Huh? How can you say that about yourself? There's nothing good about me, really, nothing at all. My parents are ordinary and I'm not the least bit pretty. That's not right. I think you're a very cute girl. No, I'm really not good at anything. I'm really not good for anything. Not at all. She hates herself. But then again, so do I. I understand it deep down. Well, Suzaku makes me uneasy. Ah, I see. Suzaku feels like this too. So please don't say that you're no good, Princess Euphemia. I beg of you. Because I need you. Thank you, Nina. I'm so glad I got to meet you. You really helped me understand. Now into Avalon's hangar again. I will now reiterate the mission plan for final verification, Major Kururugi. Our ship will breach the enemy's front line from high altitude and take you directly to the launch point. The advanced weapon system Z-01 Lancelot will use the float unit to assault the enemy headquarters at Fukuoka base. The float unit consumes energy quickly, so pay attention to your operation time. Yes, my lord. Also, should Celestials being Gundam appear during the operation, it is not necessary to engage them. Since their original objective is to stomp out all conflict, they should focus on beating the Chinese Federation around, well, probably. So if a Gundam appears, don't get distracted and end up breaking the Lancelot. You'll be taking the flow system down with you too if you do. I'll respond appropriately. I get the feeling he's going to break it. Heh, he's gonna break it. All that dialogue though, dear God. Let's go through with this. Episode 76, The Battle for Kyushu. What are those nightmare frames? I think so. Regardless, continue on. No, sorry, those aren't nightmare frames, those are mobile suits. Sorry. I haven't watched Double O in like years. Anyways, it's impressive you managed to dodge away past anti-aircraft fire like that. But you're being distracted by enemy communications. You're still much too inexperienced. Flow system's done for, and the energy fillers. Suzaku, redirect your energy to focus on combat and communications only. Oh yeah. Roger. Suzaku Kururugi. His Excellency has said that if you surrender now, you will be treated with respect as the son of the late Prime Minister Genbu Kururugi. I refuse. I never give myself for using my father's name to my advantage here. Very well. Then die! From above. That had to come from a Gundam. I can scarcely believe that they only sent one unit. Thanks to that, we have less enemies to worry about. We need to make the most of this opportunity. That KMF must be pretty capable. I'm surprised they didn't run away. They aren't attacking me. Then I'll refrain from targeting the Gundams and prioritize the Chinese Federation, just like the mission dictates. Yo, Lancelot, but unfortunately, as you noticed, it doesn't have a SSR or anything. Regardless, look at how beautiful this Lancelot is. I know I'll probably simp for Suzaku's SSRs when he becomes available. But yeah. Don't let that nightmare frame show me up. So if they handle them all, we had the advantage in this battle. We must carry out the mission now while we can. This is where the numbers game hits up. So yeah, anything. What we'll probably do is, like, I got an idea. Well, let's use the Lancelot to cover the Virtue for now. Alleluia could probably handle himself. Let's use some Spirit Commands to move him away. Let's see what Suzaku says. I've got no intention of relying on the Gundams. Yeah, I've got no intention of relying on the Gundams to help to make it through this. Our best tactic is to slowly kill through everything. So if we attack all of them with one, yeah, we attack them all, you know, we do a blitzkrieg tactic or something, or a phalanx, where we attack one with all, we should be able to finish this safely. Wait, when you think about it, the only game where the Lancelot appeared and is fully playable throughout the entire game, even upgrading into the Albion, is Operation Extend. That's only because they got isekai'd into the Zoids world. They know what they're doing. Dang it. Can't afford brisket. Dang it! Aw, man, we're done for. Gonna have to. What's this? Still pissed off I had to use a retry, but ah well. Then we'll kill this one. Or not. Tweaking this one first. Yep, that takes care of these guys. Now I got 2 left. Takes care of this one, and then the other 2 will handle that one. Okay, that's reinforcements. Damn, if they keep coming like this, then we'll exceed our operation time. I don't know what the guns are gonna do next, and my energy's already. Private transmission. Suzaku Kurugi, Princess Euphemia. Yeah, I failed. I'll probably redo it on my spare time. I'm not worried. Suzaku Kurugi, Princess Euphemia. Suzaku, I and you, sorry, but right now, you gotta respect the fact that he's destroying mechs that are, like, 5 times his height. You see, I hereby command you to love me. Right. Huh? In return, I will fall deeply in love with you. Princess Euphemia? Suzaku, I love your stubbornness, your kindness, your sad eyes, your clumsiness, and the way you have trouble with cats. I love everything about you. So please, don't hate yourself. What? No wonder she dies early. I see that I've made you even more worried than I did before. You really are. Everything you do is impulsive. But when we first met, when you told me you were a princess, when you slept at my school, when you made me a knight, you've always... Yes, they're all sudden, because I suddenly realized. Then it's that spur of the moment feeling that's opened so many doors for me. Thank you. He's suddenly fighting a lot better. He's suddenly protecting all the enemy's attacks perfectly. What's with him? Tuh. Damn Chinese Federation. They're trying to keep us spitting down. Can I make one final request of you? Final. If something happens to me, whatever it is, please don't blame yourself. Destroy all the records and every trace, so no one knows what happened to me. I don't want my friends to be sad. Please, just tell them I transferred or schools or make up some story. Suzaku, don't tell me you're... Yes, my nightmare is out of energy. Oh, and please say goodbye to Cecile, Lloyd, and Prince Schneisel for me. Ah, I guess I'll stubborn all the way to the end. Don't die, Suzaku. You have to live. Uh-oh. What? Full assault, fire! Oh snap. What just happened? That's... That one with the white helmet is called Lancelot or something, right? He still fights recklessly as usual. Yes, this time he's following someone else's orders. They send a lone fighter in to disrupt the enemy HQ, making it an irregularity. That'd make it easier for Cornelia to sweep in and clean up what's left. Is Schnazzle the one behind this? It looks like the all-important Gundams are just sitting there. With the enemy's main forces all but gone, it'd be a good time for them to retreat. That's assuming they don't decide to target us, of course. Comes down to it, we may have to pit Cornelia's feet against the Gundams. Seriously? For that to happen, the Goan would have to jump right in front of their fleet. You know I'm the one that has a pilot this thing, right? I'm sure you can do it. That line just feels wrong coming from you. Looks like the black one isn't planning on attacking us. That doesn't mean you should let your guard down around him, Aluya. Keep an eye on him while we eliminate the remaining enemy forces. Roger. There's no indication that the Gundams will attack us. Good as I suspected, our goals remain the same for the time being. But there's still the problem of what happens once the last of the enemies have been dealt with. So let's make our intentions clear. Can you hear me, Suzaku Kurugi? What's that voice? It is U-Zero. He's on an open channel. Why go through the trouble of letting us hear him? We, the Black Knights, oppose all that would create violence for unjust reasons. Kurugi, can Lancelot still move? This is an energy filler? I'm gonna take out the enemy command center. What will you do? Sorry, Zero. You aren't going to get your wish. I'm gonna take them out first. Huh. Your spirit is commendable. So that's it. You let us hear that the Black Knights and Britannia are going to work together to see what we do in response. We weren't planning to fight them to begin with. But I don't like playing into his hands like this. We will continue the mission. Heh. Looks like we're all banding together. Yes, they've made the only reasonable decision now. Yeah, they've made the only reasonable decision. Now, it's time to get back to work. I have to come back alive, no matter what. Princess Euphemia. I'd rather leave the rank and file soldiers celestial beings cleaning up. I suppose I can't just come out and say that. For now, we'll move everybody down this way. Yeah, as I thought, Suzaku can sponge things. Or not sponge, he's a dodge tank. We've almost hit the limit of our operation time. We need to finish this quickly. Once again, if only support defend was a thing. Okay. Oh. Nah. We'll destroy him next turn when we get some more morale. The Black Knights and Britannia. I didn't think we'd be fighting alongside both of them today. Good, it's dodging just as I predicted. So we got all these enemies right here. Nice. Come on! Yeah! It's better to destroy more of these enemies real quick while we move in. So I said they'd be either aiming for the Virtue or, well, Virtue or Lancelot, or maybe even the Gawaiian. Yep. The enemy AI doesn't really think, it looks like, which is perfect for me now that I'm able to plan. And now that I have access to my SRs next, I'll be able to take out the rest of them. I forgot I was supposed to be using spirit commands. With that, the rest of these guys are dead this next turn. Straight shot to the command center. Yeah, now there's a straight shot to the command center. I'll finish this all at once before I run out of energy. Our confo's been eliminated. I prefer to move on to the command center next, but I'd best play it safe. Gundam pilots, your Navy's fleet will be landing soon. Don't you think now is a good time to withdraw? Things read us like a book, as usual. I don't like doing just as he expects, but hallelujah, we're withdrawing. Commencing GM particle dispersion. Perfect. The second condition has been cleared. It's an undeniable fact that the Black Knights participated in this battle. It would be used to make our intentions known throughout the world. At least we cleared that. Dear God, that was a tough mission. All that for a base. I guess all your bases are belong to us, right? Back at the submarine. Aw, C2's dressed cute. Goodness, you really are a slave driver. I'm getting some rest. Do as you will. Fine work, Zero. Still think this operation was too brazen. Considering the retreat path we need to take after the operation had concluded, taking the Gawaiian on its own was the best course of action. All that we needed from this battle was proof that the Black Knights participated in this battle. This won't go public, obviously, but the rumors will spread. It will be integral for spreading what it is we stand for to the world. Rumors? How does that leave us any better than how we started? In fact, has anything really changed after you got put in charge of the... Die Hard's prediction is accurate, Tamaki. Yeah, well, still don't trust this guy, right, Ogi? Hmm. Hey, Ogi? Huh? Oh, what were we talking about? Man, get your act together. You're second in command. Sorry. Celestial Being didn't attack us this time either. I don't know what Sumeragi Lee Noriega's superiors have in store. There may be at least one way to keep them from taking arms against us. Could we ally ourselves with the Rock Highland again? Then it would all come down to what Celestial Being's principles would lead them to do. We're at the mall? Hey, come on. You've been signing like crazy. You know we're on a date, right? Sorry. There's a story about the Battle of Kyushu yesterday. Been going around online. Kyushu? I think they were saying on TV that Britannia took care of it or something. That's what the public says, but actually, there's been news that Zero took part in it. Oh, he's with those black something guys. They're the Black Knights. If it weren't for Zero, then the Human Unicorn League might have taken control over Kyushu right now. It looks like the ringleaders were all captured, but the HRL is saying that there was a general in the Chinese Federation that set the whole thing up to begin with. I don't really know anything about that stuff. Did they say anything about Celestial Being? Aren't those guys trying to stop the war? It said there were two Gundams there too, but apparently they didn't attack Britannia's nightmares. I wonder if it's because Celestial Being's Meisters wouldn't be able to keep up with the battle with the HRL when it came down to resources. God, you've been going on and on about all these guesses. How do you even know if any of this is true? Oh, well, they have been uploading some pictures at least. It's not like it has anything to do with us anyways. What I'm more worried about is tomorrow's test. Yeah, good point. Area 11 Viceroy's office. That's an office? What the heck? Anyways, Suzaku Kurirugi, have returned. Welcome back, Suzaku. I'm just glad that you came back alive. Yeah. Suzaku, I finally understand my heart. It's not that I expect an ideal country of perfect justice or anything complicated like that. I just want to see people smiling. Smile on the people I love now, and the people I loved before as well. Princess Euphemia, will you help me? Will you be my knight once more? Yes, Your Highness. I think this all happened because of a stupid base. The throne should be appearing soon then. Ah well, I wasted that 5 on that retry. Because of my own stupidity. Well, thank you all for watching though. Until the next part, goodbye.